Hi guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share some Jewish wedding inspiration because me and my husband are coming up on our 9-year wedding anniversary, almost 10 next year, which is craziness. So I thought I'd look back at the past and think back on some Jewish wedding inspiration in case you are planning a wedding or just want to be inspired by some of the beautiful Jewish wedding traditions out there. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Marian. I make videos about being a mom and being a Jewish mom and Jewish life, and I'd love to have you stick around and be one of my subscribers. Just hit that red button down below. It really helps the channel, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Okay, so because it is me and my husband's anniversary coming up, I actually got him a really special anniversary present that I will share with you guys in a sec. But first, I just wanted to dive into the topic of Jewish weddings, because if you are planning a wedding and you are Jewish or marrying someone who is Jewish, there are so many Jewish wedding traditions to incorporate into your wedding. But some people have like different levels of Jewish observance, and you might be trying to sort of figure out which traditions are right for you, how to incorporate them, how to feel inclusive for everyone. So I kind of want to break down some of the things we did and how we did them. I also wanted to share a really quick book recommendation, which is, I think it's called The Jewish Wedding, or something very similar to that, by Anita Diamond. I will link it down below. I've lent my personal copy out to like all my friends. It is the go-to, so I will definitely link that. Okay, so first of all, let's get into the anniversary present. It's right here behind me. It is our new mixed tiles, and I really want to thank Mixed Tiles for sponsoring this part of the video. I appreciate it so much, and I'm so in love with our new gallery wall in our bedroom. Let me show it to you guys. So before I show you guys how it all turned out, I wanted to show you the Mixed Tiles website because it's super easy. All you do is go on and upload your photos. That's really it. You can import them from Facebook or Instagram, whatever you like. And then you can go through the different frame options, select which one you think will look best on your wall. So I ended up going with a black and white option for all my photos. It was really simple, just one click to make them all black and white. And I love how that turned out. So the Mixed Tiles delivered super quick. This is what it looked like when they came in the box. It was so exciting to open them, and our wall has been blank for 2 years now, so it was time. So I just laid them out on my bed to sort of figure out kind of how I wanted them to go. But what's great about the Mixed Tiles is you literally just peel the backing off of them and stick them to the wall, and then you can move them around. So I actually took them down and moved them around a few times just to make sure I had it right. I started with the first one, and then my husband was like, I think you need to use a level at the beginning just to make sure they're all level. I was like, oh, okay. I would have just eyeballed it though if it was up to me, but you know, he's an engineer. So I just used a level at the very beginning to make sure the top row was straight and level. And then I just eyeballed the rest. But because they were all black and white, I really could have done them like in any order I wanted, but I just kind of moved around, see how it looked best to my eye. What I also really liked is we actually just did another family photo shoot, and it's really easy to order additional tiles. So I'm going to do that as well for our photos that I just got in. And here is the finished look. So we used to just have our Ketubah in our room, and now we have this gorgeous gallery wall. I can't get over how much this transformed the space and just makes it look so inviting and welcoming and like home. So if you guys want to try out Mixed Tiles, definitely use my code MOMMY10, which gets you 10 free tiles when you order 10. Thank you so much, Mixed Tiles. Okay, so Jewish wedding traditions. I actually want to start the night before the wedding. So in Judaism, it's customary for the bride and groom to actually not see each other the whole week before the wedding. But in our family, we really wanted to do a rehearsal dinner because we had so much family traveling in for our wedding. We got married in Los Angeles. We live in DC, so a lot of people had come to the West Coast, and we really wanted to do a rehearsal dinner. So the way we sort of incorporated Judaism into the rehearsal dinner is first we had a Havdalah ceremony, and I actually love, this is one of my favorite things about our whole wedding. My brother-in-law led it, and we took amazing photographs there. We actually had our wedding photographer there, so we got to do the beautiful Havdalah ceremony. And Havdalah is all about separating Shabbat from the rest of the week, so it was really meaningful to have this Havdalah ceremony to separate our like single lives from who would become as a couple. We got married on a long weekend, so we got married on a Sunday night, so the rehearsal rehearsal dinner was Saturday night. And that's another Jewish thing to incorporate and to think about, which is that traditionally Jews do not get married on Shabbat, on the Sabbath, so you can wait for the sun to go down on Saturday, but in the summer that can be very, very late. So a lot of Jewish couples get married on a Sunday, which is why a long weekend is really popular for Jewish weddings, but just something else to think about. So if you are getting married on a Sunday, you want to do a rehearsal dinner, or even just with your family to do a Havdalah ceremony as you lead up to the wedding, can be really, really beautiful. And then what we did is after the Havdalah ceremony, me and my husband, or after the rehearsal dinner, me and my husband didn't see each other. We slept separately. He was in the hotel, I was back at my parents' house, and that was our little taste of this like separation that's traditional before the wedding. So we didn't see each other again after the rehearsal dinner until we took photographs right before the wedding. The next major aspect of our wedding that was Jewish was right before the ceremony. It's traditional to have a tish and a bedekin. So during a tish, all the men invited to the wedding will go with the groom, or sometimes it's just a smaller subset of like close family, and they will sing and learn and do a bunch of very Jewish things. The rabbi who is officiating your wedding can help you lead that if you're not exactly comfortable with it, or you can just have a moment of the guys, like the groomsmen, and say some blessings or say some, remarks about the Torah portion that week, remarks about getting married, so you can make that time a special tish without it being a formal tish, if that makes sense. For me, I actually didn't do a formal bedekin, which is where the bride will like sit in a chair and greet people. That was way too much pressure for me right before the wedding, so I didn't want to do that, but I still wanted my husband to have his tish, and he was really into that idea, and it was really fun. And we actually invited men and women to the tish because we just wanted to be inclusive and fun for everyone, because there wasn't a bedekin, and that's how it worked out for us. Also during that time is when you have the Ketubah signing ceremony, and again, you can make this as big and inclusive as you want. Some people just do it privately with just the couple and the witnesses and the rabbi. For us, we included everyone who was at the bedek or the tish and made it, more of a like open ceremony type of thing. I think it was still just like really close family and friends, but it ended up being still a lot of people and still a lot of fun. Then of course you have the wedding ceremony, and walking down the aisle is the next aspect of time that you can incorporate Jewish tradition into your wedding. So traditionally the bride is escorted by her family and the groom is escorted by his family, and then the bride will circle the groom 7 times before they both go up to the chuppah together. Couples will do this different ways. Sometimes they'll have the guy circle the girl 3 times, the girl circle the guy, and then they'll do one together to make it more of like an egalitarian ceremony. I did the 7 circles myself. That's how I wanted it, but you can think about how you want to do it and how you want it to be traditional. Another aspect of the ceremony is the bride will traditionally wear a veil that covers her face, and there's a ceremony where actually the groom puts the veil on so he sees who he's marrying before they actually walk down the aisle together, and then under the chuppah they'll lift it up, make sure it's the right person before you get married, that sort of thing. The wedding ceremony itself can be full of Jewish blessings and traditions. There's the Sheva Brachot, or 7 blessings, which some people have different members of their family or friend group read aloud. Some people just have the rabbi do it. So there's different ways to incorporate the Sheva Brachot, or the 7 wedding blessings. And then of course the Ketubah itself, the wedding document, is a beautiful piece of Judaica that you can hang in your home like we do, and your rabbi, whoever's officiating the ceremony, will traditionally read that document and showcase how beautiful it is and the meaning behind that as well. Then there are the wedding vows. So in Judaism we don't have the like Christian vows, like do you take so and so to be your lawfully wedded wife. Instead we have the Jewish vows, which is Harei at Mekudeshet Li, or Harei Ata Mekudash Li. I think I got the Hebrew right on that one. So those are the Hebrew vows, and you can add English translations. And we actually added Ani Ledodi Vedodi Li, which is I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. So we sort of expanded on the traditional Jewish vows, and also had me, the bride, say something as well, which I really like. Then after the ceremony, of course, is the party, and one of the ways to incorporate Judaism in the party is of course the hora, which is the traditional Jewish dancing. That's always a fun one. But other things you can do is we had a Kiddush and Halal blessing during the party. So before the dinner, we actually had, I think it was my husband's grandfather, go up and say the Halal blessing before we eat. And of course, it's nice to have kosher food during that time, or at least kosher style, because kosher food can be really expensive. So Judaism was really infused and seen throughout the whole celebration of the wedding. And then everyone's favorite part of the wedding ceremony is when the groom smashes the glass. So it's traditional to break the glass under the chuppah to remind ourselves of the imperfect world that we live in before the bride kisses the groom, or however you want it to be done in your ceremony. But this is a major Jewish milestone in a wedding, and everyone shouts Mazel Tov. It's very exciting. And then there's lots of singing that happens. So it's traditional to sing the Mazel Tov song right after this happens. And if you have someone who is playing music while you walk down the aisle or at this portion, you can have them play traditional Jewish wedding songs throughout this time. So I, for example, walk down the aisle to Erev Shel Shoshanim, which is Evening of Roses, a traditional Jewish wedding song. So you can incorporate that Jewish music throughout the wedding ceremony. So I hope this look back down memory lane was fun for you guys and gave you some inspiration if you're looking for ways to incorporate Judaism throughout your wedding. Definitely check out the book I recommended for tons more detail, and let me know if you have any comments or questions in the comment section below. And thank you so much again to Mixed Styles for sponsoring this video. I'm so excited to have this look back at so many wonderful memories with me and my husband for our anniversary. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.